Hello, welcome to the Autumn Winter Seasonal Trends Guide and a little bit on how to shop once you know a bit more. So, every year, twice a year, we have two different trend reports come out. They are seen across the magazines. Stylists get a lot of information if they're not researching it themselves. They are the spring, summer, and autumn, winter seasonal trends guides, and they all come off the back of the yearly catwalk or the seasonal catwalks. So, what that means is for someone like me, I'm going off and having a look at how everything arty and creative and crazy and mad on the catwalk is translating into our high streets. So I can tell you exactly what is out. I can tell you what colours are about and who they suit and how to wear them. I can talk about the shapes and cuts that are coming out that are going to be fashionable and on trend and how to make them work in a stylish way for you in your wardrobe and hopefully help give you a bit of inspiration too. So I'm pre-recording this so I can screen share, and I've created a slideshow for you. So let me now start the slides, share the screen, and hopefully share with you all the bits I've done. Present full screen. Lovely. So as we go along, drop the questions, and when the recording goes out, I'll keep my eye on it and hopefully answer any questions or start a conversation. What I'd like you to do is be thinking about what you already have in your wardrobe to start with. You might want to get yourself a pen and paper to make notes as we go. And then we can start looking at how to build up a sustainable and well-working wardrobe and create a shopping list that we can prioritize and go out and use so we're not just buying random bits. So, autumn winter 2022, we are starting with the khaki. Khaki is a really great colour. It suits our warms, our softs, our deeps, and it can be a really great neutral. So for you can see it as black. Use it as your neutral, as a foundation or investment colour in your wardrobe where you spend a little bit more money, especially if it's one of your colours. This colour can look really natural, but it can also look really chic and be worn in different ways. So let's start on the left here with the mint velvet stretchy waist, wide leg trousers. These trousers this shaped trouser has been on trend for a couple of years and has been growing year on year because it's easy, it's comfortable, it's flattering. So they're not going away and they're still here for this season. So if you've got wide leg trousers, keep on wearing them. These mint velvet ones, I love the gorgeous khaki green, and then I love how it's been lightened up with the cream bow and the cream stripe down the side. In this example, she's wearing a cream jumper, making it easier for lights to wear as well. So if you're a light and you want to wear it down below, away from the face, if you're a light cool in particular. Then down below mint velvet, we've also got this khaki check shirt. Another thing we'll be seeing later on in the presentation is checks. So this is on trend for two reasons. And I love the width of the check as well. So when you're looking at patterns, double check your scale. Once you've had your style done, you'll know whether you're more on a petite, a medium or large scale, and take that into consideration when you're picking your checks. Then coming to Oliver Bonus, one of my favourite shops, this gorgeous shirt has a lovely, really light candy pink detail in its geometric print. I really love the geometric print. The green is a darker khaki green, and you could wear this if you were a light or if you feel like you were cooler. I'd wear it slightly open with maybe some more of that pink showing through, maybe team it up with pull that pink out and wear it in the bottom half. Otherwise, it's a lovely piece for our softs, our deeps and our warms, but more versatile because of the pink in it. Then we have the dress from Yours, this gorgeous, cozy, comfy, stretchy dress from Yours. I love it because it's got this gorgeous belt detail on the middle. This is looking relaxed and comfortable and yet elegant and beautiful, and it's got a romantic touch. And you could dress it down with trainers and a denim jacket. You could dress it up with a mac and a pair of boots. You could even, if it's that cold, chuck another jumper layer on top if you're someone who really feels the cold and give it a different top and bottom feel. Now we're moving on to the Per Una dress, which is a slightly different variation of green. But this khaki green is an interesting one for me. I think when we look online or we look in a shop and we talk about it and other people talk about it, we might all have a slightly different vibe of what that colour actually looks like. For me, it's more like the mint velvet trousers or even the mint velvet top. There's almost a grade green for me, but other shops are calling these other greens khaki as well. So don't worry and get too hung up on the colour, the name of the colour. So the Put-On dress I really love because it's pulling on the boho chic 70s vibe. This tiered at the detail at the bottom is gorgeous. It's something you could wear layered up to warm it up, or even chuck over a bikini on the beach if you wanted to. Boho dressing in 70s is definitely something we're going to see creeping in a little bit into the shops as we go. It makes me think of Apricot, actually. I don't think of Put-On or Marks and Spencer's. I think of a shop called Apricot. And then looking at the MAC, the trusted MAC, a piece everyone should own, although sometimes slightly difficult for some people to find. If you are a full hourglass, you may find these, and at your shorter full hourglass, you might find it harder. They're quite chunky, stiff fabric. You'll want to look for something softer. But you don't have to go for a black or a beige like a lot of people do. And here we've got this gorgeous warm green. So again, as I said, this can look good on our deeps, our warms, our softs. And yeah, the colour's gorgeous. I think dressing head to toe in khaki is a really chic, natural, elegant way to wear this colour. But as we've discussed already, you can mix it up. We've got items like the Oliver Bonus already giving us an extra colour to play with. But the creams and whites are going to look good with it. You could play with a pop of orange against it. Wearing it with brown as well is fine, and even black. Hands up if you like your khaki. So next up here, I've only shown you a nod to this red wine trend because it's everywhere and I'm sure we're all fully aware of it. So you could call it the burgundy or you can call it the red wine trend. I prefer calling it the red wine trend because there are so many variations of this colour, making it more suitable to all of us. But what I'm showing you here is actually 5 different ways of wearing this colour. We've got And Other Story have got a gorgeous pair of boots. They almost look black, but they're not. And this beautiful jumper dress too, which is a little bit more quirky than some of the other ones we see. It's got a fuller sleeve with pulled up detail onto the elbow. We've also got the belt there bringing you in at the waist, but it's quite a boxy, strong structural piece, which I really like about it. I think it's going to look good on some of our rectangles, as well as our neat hourglasses if it's pulled in at the waist. And then you can either pop a pair of black tights, nude tights, or even khaki tights underneath. You could add a detail on the neckline with a necklace, or you could keep it really simple as she has with your earrings. But if you like a bit more pattern, this piece from Apricot is great. It's in the sale at the moment, and it's also showing you how to introduce other colours. So I've actually gone quite safe here. I've shown you this one because it's showing you orange with the cream background, the burgundy, and no doubt there's a little bit of black in there too. The shirt dress, really easy, flattering piece for many people to wear. She's got her legs out, but you could put a pair of leggings or a pair of tights or even a pair of jeans underneath this one. You could wear this one open as well. The shirt dress is flattering and versatile. However, that print is not always going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's got a very boho, natural, almost creative vibe, which I think is Apricot through and through. But yeah, the idea of this with a pair of jeans and a white vest top left open, tied around the back with a pair of maybe brown boots would look great too. Then we're looking at the tights. The tights are great. This is actually a pack of 3 tights from M&S, and they come in this burgundy here. There's a khaki and I think even a blue or a navy blue in the pack of 3. So great way to play with colour on your tights. Just add that little touch. Even if you're a real chic and natural and you're someone who is more drawn towards your neutral colours, this is a great colour to add into that. So for a while, for at least 2 years now, we've had sort of a quiet luxury, a very cream, nude, neutral, cafe latte, it was called one year, trend. And for all those people who love those neutrals, that's great, but it's not very much fun for the rest of us who like a better colour. So this burgundy trend is kind of sitting on the edge of the quiet luxury cafe latte and actually adding a little injection of colour because it goes so well with all the creams and the browns and the neutrals and the sands. So if you're someone like that, you're going to find it really easy and fun to add this in without feeling like you're screaming hello in bright pink. Having said that, the bright oranges, the bright pink, there's no more bright pink, the candy pinks, the sort of light, bright candy pinks look fantastic in contrast. So if you're dramatic, then you're going to want to ramp it up. If you're a light like me, this is not a colour in my colour palette, but I would wear it on the bottom half in a pair of M&S jeggings, for example, and then pop my light pink on top, and it's going to work really well. Other colours in this sort of era is we've got things like claret, we've got burgundy, we've got damsons, which are slightly more cool version of this, but, you know, gives a nod to this trend as well. The coat from yours looks absolutely brilliant. If you suffer with feeling cold, this is a thick, gorgeous coat. And the thing I like at yours is that they come up for larger sizes, but they've also still tailored to the figure. So you can see this is actually coming in at the waist, even for a big coat, giving a little bit more shape to your figure. And I love the fact that I think from the other pictures, this fur is also burgundy and not black. Fur is definitely fur, feathers, all those sort of things are definitely in this season too. So let's move on. Not quite a colour, but kind of. This one is all about metallics. So this brings me on to sustainability. And again, like I was talking about the luxury cafe latte trends of the past 2 or 3 years, the catwalk is not shying away from the old. In fact, they're using it a lot. So we are finding metallics not just coming back every Christmas, but following on into the summer and the spring seasons. So what I'm saying basically is things like metallics and sequins are not just for Christmas. We are being encouraged to wear them. And this is great because it means, as I said at the beginning, we could be shopping from our wardrobes and not just the high street. So what have I picked? River Island. This metallic gold skirt is stunning. For me, I love the fact that it's not a really golden, yellowy, warm tone skirt. It is a warm colour, but as a cool, I would definitely say I could get away with wearing that. So it's not just for all our warm ladies, especially because it's down below as well. So it's not up high against the face. And the ruched crossover detail of fabric on the tummy area is very, very clever. So if you've got a waist, it's going to show off your waist. It's a high-waisted skirt. That's already flattering. But if you're someone who worries about a bloated tummy, this is going to really help disguise that. So definitely anything with this sort of detail on the tummy area, try it, give it a go. It's also going to be a slightly stiffer fabric, and all those sort of faux leathers are in at this time of year, and they will hold you in more. And then moving over to M&S, this silver metallic leather shirt is gorgeous. On the website, they show you images of it being done up. I think it's a good piece for someone who's a rectangle or slightly straighter frame. Even a neat hourglass could get away with this, but you might want to pop a belt detail over the top or tuck it in because it's quite a chunky, sort of stiff-looking piece. I prefer it in this image left open, used in a more casual way. I love the fact we're using things like a metallic as a casual piece in the wardrobe. Then moving over to Oliver Bonus, this skirt is gorgeous. It's a metallic, but there's something a little bit different. It's more of a bluey. It's not just a silver or gold. It's got this sort of iridescent, opulent look to it. It's also looking a lot softer and floatier than the other pieces on the page here. And again, can be dressed up or down. I love this creative combo of the red shoes, the textured jacket, and the blue jumper. If you took the jacket and shoes off and just put a silver or blue pair of shoes, that would look very elegant with a necklace. Moving over on to New Look. This is my bag. Definitely, I love a pair of silver trousers. Again, they were all out everywhere last year, and again this year we're seeing silver trousers. You just want to be looking at the quality to the price. So I'm not sure what these ones are like in real life, but being New Look, they may be more sweaty. I did try a burgundy pair on a few weeks back, and I could tell they were going to be a lot more sweaty. Not an easy thing to wash, so they need to be turned inside out and aired out, and instructions to follow. Next up. This was really, really exciting. It's a trend we've not seen for a while. So the peplum the peplum is a good example is the River Island one here. A peplum is when it comes in at the waist and then flares out at the waist. This is great for all our inverted triangle athletic women who are slightly bigger on the top but don't have as much going on down the bottom. Because you're flaring out at the waist, you're giving the impression of more curves down below and balancing the heavier top half out. And it has been around a little bit. What's exciting is the puffball skirt is back. It's a gorgeous piece, often very romantic. You can see in the mint velvet top here, we've got the metallic trend going on. We've got the ruffles, we've got the peplum. Very fancy, very unique key piece to add to a wardrobe. Worn very simply over black jeans, black leggings, black pencil skirt, and so on. You could add a pop of colour to that, a purple trouser, your khaki trousers. You can get playful with it, but simply with just black looks elegant too. Apricot, we've got this skirt. It is a skirt, not a dress, I think, from memory. And it's a gorgeous puffball. I love the blousiness of it. It's a trend we don't see very often, and I don't think we've seen since probably around the 2010 times. But very cute, very playful, very romantic, very dramatic. The apricot one done all in black is lovely. But again, if you're a pair, if you're more bottom heavy, you're not going to be as interested in these trends as if you're a top heavy or a neat hourglass. This piece over here for And Other Stories is probably, as much as I love the leopard print, is one of the most stunning. This brown detailing, very beautiful, very chic, very romantic, very structured. So there's a lot of structure going on here in a lot of the things coming out. The leopard print River Island dress is a nod to the puffball skirt, but also to leopard print, which is very on trend this autumn, as it is most of the time. And then notice this blue of this And Other Stories peplum blue ruched top here. Again, another really interesting, unique piece. This colour I'm not talking about so much, but as I was going through and doing my research, a couple of different brands are really pulling out this blue, which is a blue that was definitely on trend last year and the year before, almost like a cobalt blue. Arguably a colour that suits a lot of people, because as a blue, I don't look at it and think it's a really cold blue. It's not a really warm blue, but it's definitely a little bit more warmth in it. It's a strong blue, definitely got depth of colour. It's going to be fine on a soft or a bright. As for a light, it might need lifting. This is a nice shiny fabric. So shiny fabrics lift the colour, making it easier for a light to wear. What's next? Feathers and fur. There was loads of feathers coming down the catwalk, and so not all of this is feather, it's more fur, but the two give that very tactile feel. And you'll start to see in all these boards, if I was to go back over them, there are repetitions of different things. So here I'm talking about fur, but we can already see 2 or 3 colours from that red wine trend. Mint velvet's a very gorgeous furry cardigan. We've got the River Island dress in that sort of burgundy colour again, but with the feathers on the sleeve and the base. Then we've got the mango dress. So we've gone very classic with the black and very elegant. I think this is a piece that would be more timeless because it's in black. Stunning for, again, probably a neat hourglass, even a fuller hourglass. You need some good underwear and a pair of tights to keep your legs warm. Then we've got again, River Island. We've got it on here 3 times. River Island are quite dramatic in their style. So they love to take things straight from the catwalk and into the shop. So if you're looking for the on-trend pieces, River Island is a go-to shop or brand. These really cute, red, fluffy kitten heels are gorgeous. Not everyone's cup of tea, I'm sure. And then the khaki trend again, I really like this River Island bag. So this comes in 3 colours and it's got sort of a diamante looking handle, but very cute. If you get to the end of the evening and you're tired, you've got something to go to sleep on. Now we're looking at leopard print. So leopard print normally comes about in the autumn, and I know it's one of those pieces that people either love or hate. So drop me a comment. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did you like it and now you don't? Did you not like it and now you do? I love to try and show people how to like things and not how to like things, but to show people a new appreciation for something they may not have liked. Partly because I've had my own journey with the colour pink. I used to hate it. I associated it with Baby Spice and everything all light and airy, fairy, and it didn't feel like a strong, empowering colour to me. It was only as I got slightly older, I experienced colour analysis, and I looked and realised that as a light cool, I have a lot of pinks. As I coming to terms with that, I realised I had quite some strong pinks, like hot pinks, and then I started to appreciate that it could be a strong, powerful colour, and pink didn't mean lack of strength. So I know that we can go on journeys, and where we didn't like something, if we address why we didn't like it, find out other ways of doing it, we can then fall in love with it again, or to start with. So how am I going to persuade all you people who don't like leopard print is 2 ways. The first is think about the colour. It does not have to be a typical gold and black browns as with these Nobody Child wide leg trousers, although they are fabulous. They look like they're stretchy waist, really comfortable, high waisted, good length. We've got the wide leg trouser again, easy to wear, dress up or dress down. Love those. I wasn't going to put a second pair of trousers on here, but ways of wearing it and enjoying it. The And Other Stories barrel trousers are not quite leopard print. I love the fact it's more of an abstract print and a nod to animal print. So that really already softens the look up. The colour is a really lovely muted, almost taupey sand colour. And then these in particular, they are the new barrel trousers. So they come in at the waist and they taper in at the foot, but they're wide throughout the majority of the leg. These are going to be better for anyone who's top heavy. If you're a pair, you may find there's too much going on down here for you, especially because they're printed, but just talking about the fact they're a barrel or horseshoe trouser. She's balancing it out in this picture really well because she's wearing a very structured top here. So I like that a lot. The next thing is looking at colour. So if you come on over here to the Yumi long lined cardigan, this is a really gorgeous, again, nod to that sort of soft green khaki colour. It's not your typical everyday leopard print look. If you wanted to just add a tiny bit of leopard print, it's great adding it in just accessories. You can change the look of a whole outfit. If you have your simple classic jean t-shirt and a pair of trainers, you could go for ones like these from June, which are very similar to the platform ones at Russell and Bromley, but with a slightly cheaper price tag. And that is in that typical golden leopard print if you love it. Or you can go for something slightly more muted, like the scarf here, which has got a few blues, creams, and so on in it. You can get leopard print in so many different varieties of sizes, scales. You can go full on and wear different prints together, or you can keep it really subtle in just a belt. This mango piece I thought was absolutely gorgeous. It's almost more cow print than leopard print, because the scale is so big. So talk about scale, as I've said before in the week, if you're someone who's petite, shorter, slighter, slimmer, going for a smaller print is going to suit your frame better. If you put a big fat print like the mango on top, it may drown you. Having said that, if you're dramatic, you're going to want to feel different and breaking rules, so it's still going to be for you. The Yumi is a medium-sized print, whereas the Nobody's Child seems like a smaller, finer print. So always think about scale when you're picking something like leopard print. So as far as textures and prints go, leopard print is not the only thing to play with this autumn. We've got checks. So again, another thing that we've seen every year coming through. It's a very typical thing. But the nice thing this year is there's a range of colour in our checks, as well as different scales again. So my favourite piece, a nod to the green, we've got the apricot shirt dress, ties in at the waist, rolls up at the sleeve. It's a midi length and it's going to look great dressed up with a pair of heels, put on with a pair of boots, or even chuck a jumper and a pair of trainers on so you look like you've got a top and a skirt. Beautiful colourway. Then we've got the River Island shorts. When I first saw them, I thought it was a mini skirt and I thought that's cute, but who's going to wear that? And when I realised they were shorts, I thought, oh, that's a bit easier to wear. She's got white tights on here as well, but I love it with the cream. It's very Christmassy, maybe a little bit cool. Next, I hadn't looked a lot at next, but when I did, I found this one here. I'll just zoom in. I love the softness of the colourway here. So if you're not really that keen on checks. This is almost blurred edges, blurred lines. Doesn't feel like a full-on strong check to me. A lot more natural. You could wear it done up or leave it open, as this lady has here. And then this piece from Mango is very elegant. It's almost got a Vivienne Westwood feel to me. I definitely would have to wear a pair of tummy tuck pants, I think. Good underwear, but you could play around with it and layer it up with other things. Again, you can dress it up or dress it down, but very, very gorgeous piece here from Mango. My favourite piece is shirt, I think. I'd love to get myself a shirt. I've had them before, but I think I need to restock. Next up, we have got cardigans. So checks can move into your cardigans. I didn't find any. I wasn't looking, but I can imagine you can get a couple of check prints. I'll have to go and see if I can find some. But heritage tweed as well. We're moving from something like this River Island piece, which mimics something you'd imagine coming from Chanel's catwalk, all the way through to, again, a little bit of leopard print. I love this very big, wide, broad print. Again, not really obviously leopard print, softer. We've got Oliver Bonus, which is more colourful, dramatic and creative, but on the cool base side with its cool pinks and blues compared to the warm tones of White Stuff. We've also got a mixture of necklines. So you can see that Oliver Bonus here is a V-neck, whereas the White Stuff is right up the top rounded neck here. We've also got the And Other Stories in the light pink. So what's nice that's happening is that often we see these darker, muted, neutral shades like your khakis, your burgundies, your browns, blacks, and so on. So for some of us, the cools, especially in the lights, it can be harder to shop at this time of year. But we are finding cool blues and cool pinks mixed in with a lot of these brands. So fear not if that's you. There are things out there for all of us this year. Wasn't going to do this slide, but I saw that jacket and I couldn't resist. So we've got denim coat, but with shearling. This shearling here made me think of all the fluff and feathers of the autumn. Shearling is, there's faux shearling in most cases here. Shearling is, imagine the leather of a sheep, but you haven't taken all of the sheep fur off. You haven't shaved the full wool off and it's left with a little bit of wool on. This one on the left here is typically what shearling looks like. This again, the reason I did put it on is because it's something that comes out every year and has done for a few years now. So you can go shopping from your wardrobe, or if you do buy it, you know you're going to be able to wear it year on year. It's not just a passing trend. And over here, we've got a matching set with the gloves and the earmuffs, which look lovely and cozy. Great Christmas gift. So we're getting towards the end. We're looking at shoes. I haven't done a lot on the shoes, but one thing I did see coming through was the pointed toe. You can get them in a flat, in a high, or even in a boot. We haven't seen a pointed shoe trend like this for quite a while, and it's one of my favourites. It's very elegant, sexy, and we've got a mixture of pretty, romantic, and dramatic here. I love the rock vibes of the top two. So you've got a little bit more of a rock chick, and if you look after them, they can definitely take you through into spring as well. Metallics coming through, and we've even got some sort of burgundy browns almost coming through. And then another great neutral. If you're someone who doesn't mind wearing a heel, Jones Bootmaker's got this gorgeous taupe, another better than black if you're a light or soft or cool. Something that we definitely saw was a real build-up of fabric around the neck, layering luxurious fabrics. From the catwalk, it's going to be a bit different coming through to the high street because quite often they're using highly luxurious, expensive fabrics to get the look, to get the feel. But how it's translating into our shops is with capes, ponchos, and incredibly big scarves. So often I'm trying to get people to, I'm avoiding covering them up and hiding in lots of fabric. But when it's cold and you've got a trend like this, I can't blame anyone. I would want to do exactly the same myself. So get snuggly, get comfy, get warm whilst being on trend. We've got a mixture of the M&S one here, which is pulling on those checks. We've got, and looking very natural here in the colourway. Then we're going a bit more drama and elegance and romance from Roman in the burgundy shades with the fur lining around the neck and on the cuffs. Then on Warehouse, this is one whole piece as a full-on dress, I believe. Very, very snuggly, full-length jumper dress. And then we move over to Monsoon. Oh, where we've got, I love this wrap detail. So it's a huge poncho, but by popping a belt on it, we're pulling it in the waist and actually showing off that figure again. The way the fabric ruches in towards the waist is help drawing your eye into the waist. So very, very flattering piece from Monsoon. And then for all our dramatics and our cools and our deeps, we've got this piece here, oh, excuse me, from French Connection. Black and white stripes, very monochromatic. Very easy to wear, chuck on top, but just lifting the look, even in black and white. Perfect for our brights as well. So my last slide, I'm here to talk all about what we're finding in our wardrobe, which has been here over and over again. And also a few things I could talk about that we didn't add in slides today. So the wide leg trouser, it's here to stay, and even to the point where we've added a new shape into the collection. We go for wide legs, barrel legs, straight legs are even wider than your typical skinny jeans, they still count. The skinny jean is fine. We can wear skinny jeans. That's absolutely fine. I wouldn't stop. I love the fact we have the options. As far as the barrel goes, the barrel trouser, I do believe, is not going away anytime soon. It was actually introduced last year. We're only just sort of talking about it this year because it's continuing to get traction, if you like. They are dramatic. They are fun, but they are not for everyone. Checks are a great investment. I think everyone should have a check shirt, but a check shirt in colours that suit you. They do tend to be a natural piece, but you can dress anything up if you try. So checks are definitely a good one to have if you might already find them in your wardrobe. And again, it doesn't have to be a shirt. It could be a skirt. It could be in a handbag. It could be in a scarf. Chunky boots. So we've not talked much about the shoes. We talked about pointy toe shoe, but chunky boots are still in, which is great because they're easy, they're comfort. We can have them with a heel to give us height. We can have flat ones, great for school runs, dog walks. If you have got a pair and you need another pair because you've worn your old ones to death, you can do it. They're still about. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Quiet luxury. Cafe latte trends for all of us. This is the perfect time of year to invest. If you do like those colours, bear in mind whether you are warmer or cooler. So if you're warmer, you're going to be in your chocolates, your tans, your sandy colours. And if you're cooler, you're going to be looking for the taupes, the rose browns, the light grey stone colours. Think about it that way. And are you better in a creamy cream or a bright white to add to that? Shearling is great. It's a lovely, snuggly winter warmer. Everyone can wear shearling. It's got a romantic, a dramatic, and a natural vibe, but can sometimes be found in even a classic wardrobe. Leather, again, it's another staple for autumn, winter, but this year in particular, and when I say leather, often we're talking about pleather, faux leather, unless you're going to a brand and buying the real thing and spending the money. Leather is good on anyone, body shape wise, but it's a case of understanding the thickness of the fabric. So we can get a softer, floaty faux leather skirt, or you could get a really thick, stiff, tailored leather jacket, for example. It's about understanding what fabrics are best for you and picking the right ones. But we're also finding a lot more glossy leather. I should have done a slide really. We're finding your flat matte colours, but you're also finding more glossy, almost PVC kind of leathers. And they're the ones that are more on trend this year, alongside the ones that have a pop of colour to them. Leopard print is always going to be classic, romantic, dramatic, worn by creatives, chic as well, ladies. So go out there, have a look for the right scale, the right fabric, and the right colourway for you, and add it to your wardrobe. It's an investment piece. All these pieces can be worn again and again and found in your wardrobe already. So I'm going to come back to you, hopefully. Hopefully that's all recorded all right. So I'll go through my notes, make sure I've not forgotten anything here. Boho chic, tiny little bit coming through, that romantic, long, floaty, build up of layers, sometimes sheer dresses. Even at this time of year, I know I was at Mango and there was some see-through items which you think it's a bit cold, but we can work with them. You can build on them, you can layer them up. Or if you're lucky and you're going somewhere warm and you're lovely and slim, you can wear it with your underwear on show. That's fine. We've got lace. So again, with the boho, we're looking at lace hosieries that I haven't seen a lot of, but I think they'll come through in the new year. Fringing, romantic ruffles, oversized glasses, 70s flair. I love a pair of 70s flair jeans, and definitely see more of them about. If you're someone who can't wear a barrel jean, think about your body shape. What is a shape that suits you? The 70s flair is a really flattering one. Punchy checks, not just your typical traditional red ones, but think about different colours, different size of checks. Heritage tweed. We didn't talk about that very much. I think I pointed out one jacket that had that sort of Chanel vibe. That's another key trend that comes through every autumn, winter. Look at Chanel, look at those suits, look at that heritage tweed. Is that your kind of vibe? Understanding your style personality is really key here. So these fashions are not here, and I'm not saying all of you need to go out and buy all of these things. It's about going through bit by bit and going, oh, that's on trend. Oh, I really like that trend. I haven't got any of that in my wardrobe. For example, I really love leopard print. What have I got in my wardrobe that I can wear? What is out at the moment which I can invest and add to my wardrobe? Well, for me, it's leopard print trousers are on trend. There's a lot of them, and I definitely want a pair. But I already have a leopard print coat, I have leopard print shoes, so I'm going to start putting them out and wearing them because they're on trend. Power puff girls, we've talked about the puffball skirts. It's almost an 80s underlying current going on there. The peplum is also part of that. They're different things, but they both give that lower half of the body some shape and structure. I think 80s might start growing a little bit into next year, but it's not officially an 80s trend about at the moment. But the puffball skirt definitely, and we've seen pinstripes in women's suits as well. So that's one to watch out for in the future. That might come up in the spring, summer edition. Liquid leather. So again, we talked about pops of colour and shiny, glossy, colourful, playful leathers or pleathers. We didn't look at roll necks too much because I chose to talk about cardis, but there are roll neck details about. Roll necks, belt, satin, feathers, tactile. So there's a lot of tactile fabrics about. When you look at everything we're talking about, there's lots of different types of fabrics, from the leathers, the feathers. There's satin dresses and skirts around. I could have gone on and done more slides, but I thought, oh, there's so much. I don't want to do too much and overwhelm. But lots of satin skirts about in all different colours, anywhere from new look onwards. So I definitely think if you like to have a little bit of a romantic look, if you want something a little bit chic and elevated, have a little look. I feel for most of us, we're going to want to gain some good underwear to go with those, but we can leave shirts half tucked out, lower line jumpers, having it come up to our waistline and covering the tummy some other way. Have a little look and play. If it's the sort of thing, if you've got that romantic side of you, have a little look online or in the shops. Double denim. Always give that a go. Double denim is the one time I really like a double denim is when you're looking for that jumpsuit effect. If you struggle to find a jumpsuit that fits you for whatever reason, taking two denims in the same colour and popping them on with a belt give you the look of a denim jumpsuit, and I love that. The other way to do double denim is to go completely opposite. So go for a light and a dark. Go for two different colours so it looks like a different top to bottom. Animal print, mostly leopard print, but there's snake print about still. So if that's something you've had before, you'll see in the shops. You can either replace or carry on wearing what you've got. Not massively on trend, but it's definitely there. Pinstripes. So suits, anyone here wear suits? Yes, we've seen a few pinstripes. We're seeing a lot of tailoring, gorgeous fits, depending on your body shape. But one thing I'm noticing is for women, if you're wearing suits with a shirt, it's the tie area. It's this area here that's being played with. So whether you choose to wear a scarf, whether you choose to wear a tie, or whether you choose to get a bit of ribbon and tie it in a bow tie and let it hang, that is being done. That detail is definitely being played with. So have a look for that if you're someone who wears suits at work, or if you're just a chic and you love to wear suits. Maybe you're someone who wears shirts and a blazer with a pair of jeans and trainers. That lovely little detail could add a pop of colour. I love it. Camouflage, I saw it a little bit. It might not be that we're seeing camouflage as in greens and khakis, army prints, leaves, but I feel like sometimes I was seeing certain dresses and they were looking like a type of camouflage. Maybe it might be different colours of blue all meshed together in an abstract way, in a very soft camouflage kind of way. Someone who's natural or creative might see these and really love them. Textures in the print of something, I love how they can distort what we're seeing. So if you're someone who feels like you like your overall shape but you suffer with lots of texture on your skin that shows through onto clothes, these textured prints on dresses and skirts are a great way to disguise that. Duvet dressing. If you see anything that looks like a big puffer dress, or a puffer coat that's full length, they're also on trend, which is great because they're some of the warmest coats that we can get. I always remember thinking, if you've got a bit of money and a bit of time, head to Uniqlo. Uniqlo does some absolutely gorgeous coats at this time of year. You're looking at about 80 to 150 plus for a coat, but you're going to buy a quality coat with a choice of colours, and thicknesses as well. So you can get quite thin puffer coats and jackets and long line and short at Uniqlo. Metallics, don't be afraid of metallics and sequins. If you do buy something that's sequin, you can buy it secondhand, pull it out of your wardrobe if you've had it for a long time. Make sure you wash it carefully. Sequins are obviously not great for the environment, but they are about. So buy it with care. Buy it knowing it's going to suit you. Buy it knowing that you can wear it, wash it, look after it, and keep it for years to come. And then the only other thing on my notes is ski vibes. I actually did do a slide, but I didn't find a lot, so I got rid of it. Mint Velvet have got, the first few pages have got a really monochromatic first few pages with blacks and whites. They've got some really elegant, chic jumpers with prints on the sleeve details in black and white with the real ski vibe to them. So take a look at that. So I think that's it from me. I've done 41 minutes. That's long enough. I hope you found it interesting. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you've bought anything, share a picture in the comments, and wish me luck uploading this presentation. I hope to see you all soon. Thanks for watching and bye for now.